It's funny because people like I'm trying to explain it to like my girlfriend's father and my mom and stuff like that don't have any clue what a Slayer show is.
Right.
And I go, just picture me at halftime at Lincoln Field, at an Eagles game, going up on the 50-yard line with a microphone, wearing a Tony Romo jersey, and going, "How about them Cowboys?"
Yeah, right.
Seriously, I go, that's what I'm up against. They're fucking animals. So I really got to fucking pound away and just be filthy and just do whatever I got to do to get through it. I go, that's what it's like, because they're so fucking angry. They just want to let that rage out, and then they see somebody that's not Slayer right when they think they're coming on, they're fucking pissed.
Right. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man, that's like rough, dude. I don't know how you do it. I got to give you credit, man.
You know what I wanted to do? It's a challenge, man. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go. You know, I saw Big J. Okerson, the comedian.
Right.
He did the last Jägermeister tour, and then he also did the one, the Mayhem tour over the summer. I saw him at PNC Art Center in Jersey, open for Rob Zombie and Disturbed and all those bands.
Nice.
In front of like 17,000 people on the main stage. He killed. He was just dirty.
Right.
You know, but I never thought it would work. I've been to metal shows for long. I'm like, this ain't going to work. And I saw him kill, and I said, you know what? I could fucking do that too.
Right.
You know, so when I saw him fucking kill, so that's why I decided to take it. I'm like, you know, what the hell? What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Jesus Christ, if all you got to do is go up there and, you know, be funny by cursing your ass off, like, by all means, do what you got to do, man. As long as you survive.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as you survive.
Just be a fucking slob like I am.
Right. Yeah, if you know what, if things don't work out, man, just pull a toilet on stage and do an upper decker in front of everybody on stage.
I would. I would do an upper decker if I had to.
See, I'd actually pay to see that. That's worth the fucking money right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's great.
I remember when I did that. I did the upper decker on my DVD. I took a shit in the top of the tank instead of a regular bowl, and filmed it, put it on idea. I remember my manager at the time when I did it. This was like in 2001 or 2002. He goes, dude, you realize if you put that out there, you're never going to get a leading role in any film. With you fucking taking a shit in the top of the tank. Go, I don't give a shit. It's funny.
That's more important. It's all about quality, not quantity. That's exactly what it's about.
I go, look, I don't want to be the fucking next Matthew McConaughey anyway. I don't know how to act.
Right, exactly.
I just act rude to people. That's the only fucking way I know.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. Your CDs are hysterical, man. To hear you, I don't know how you can do that without laughing. How do you do that without laughing when you're like messing with those telemarketers?
I've just been busting people's balls, just like a wise ass for years.
Right.
And especially if it's like on the phone, because then I don't see them, so it's a lot easier.
Right.
When you don't see the person's face, and when you're doing it face to face, it's a little tougher.
Right.
But so I just been doing it. So to me, it just when you're on the phone, if you're gonna laugh, you just put the phone away or whatever. But I don't know. Usually, I don't break character till I hang the phone up.
Yeah, because I sit there and I'm listening to him. I'm like, how the fuck does he do this without laughing? Like, I heard one where you were like, it sounded like you were on the toilet bowl and you were farting up a storm, and like the guy could barely get through what he was trying to say to you, and you were just like, yeah, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you didn't laugh during that whole thing. I thought it was hysterical. I'm sitting there dying laughing. I couldn't even hear it because I was laughing so hard. Like, I just don't know how you have that timing.
It's funny because one of my friends summed it up best. He goes, you know what? You're great at playing a dick.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic. I would love. You know what? Seriously, we got to next time we got to get you to call in again. Next time we'll set something up where we'll call a number, and you got to do one live on the air because I got to hear this, man. Like the fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
next time I call it, I'll definitely do it.
We'll turn our mics down, so if we start laughing, you won't hear nothing. Like nobody will hear anything. But I got to hear how you do it because it's just phenomenal. Like how you go about that. Like, do you plan any of these, or you just do it random? Like they call up and you just wing it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll have an idea, but I don't know how they're going to react. So I just react off of what they're doing.
Right.
If they say something stupid or whatever, then I just go with it or whatever. I just kind of listen and go, all right, I'm going to go this way with it. So a lot of times I have no idea what they're going to say, but sometimes I'll just have a general idea. So all right, let me try this.
Right.
But a lot of times that doesn't work. So I just kind of fucking wing it and just,
That's cool.
See what happens.
That's awesome. Yeah, we actually had one time somebody actually called in on the show, a telemarketer, and Marco over here, he actually ran with it, and he actually did a pretty good job. Like, he was flirting with the girl. And it was surprisingly,
really?
Yeah, it actually worked out well. Like he's sitting there calling her. He's like, "Oh, you have a lovely voice." He's telling her like, how he wants to like meet her in private and stuff like that. Like it worked out well. And I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, I don't know how you could do that. Like I just don't get it because I'll just start. I could be a dick in person, but over the phone, I just start cracking up. You know what I mean? It's just too funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's great though, man. That's awesome. So when does the metal show come back on the air?
Oh yeah, it comes this Saturday. Is a season 6 premiere. The show's an hour now. It's expanded from a half hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah, so now we got two guests on per show instead of one, and we don't have to rush everything. And
right.
the first show this Saturday is an hour-long special to Ronnie James Dio.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Oh my God, he's awesome. I used to love him back in the day. I'm all about metal,
man. It's cool because we have a bunch of his old band members on telling stories, like Geezer Butler from Sabbath,
right?
His wife Wendy Dio, Rob Halford comes on, Tom Morello for Rage Against the Machine, a bunch of his friends, and they just tell some good stories about him and stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's pretty freaking cool. Do you get to like be friends with these guys after a while of doing this? Because I mean, you've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, some of them definitely. He's like, hey man, whenever here's my number. If you want to hang out and, when I come to a show and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, most of them live in L.A., so that's a problem. I'm a Jersey guy. But
right.
They've all been cool, and, it's fucking great, man. Just that Rob Halford knows who I am. I've been seeing that guy since I was like a fucking kid.
That's awesome, dude.
It's great.
That's so cool. Yeah, man, I was always wondering, like, if these guys live normally or if they just live, like, crazy-ass lifestyles, like the way they perform on stage, you know what I mean?
You know what? Those guys are all older now. Most of the guys that do our show are like in their 40s,
right,
and even 50s. Some of them, so they're a little more calm now.
Right.
They're not as whacked as they were in their 20s and 30s. So.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess they had enough at this point.
Yeah, because look, they know there's a lot of money out there because a lot of people want to see like that classic metal.
Right.
Bring them back to their fucking youth and stuff, and all those shows still sell a lot of tickets. So they're like, you know what? If I want to make a fucking good living and play the old songs, I got to fucking take care of myself. So
yeah,
there's a big market for it out there. So I think that definitely helps them.
Yeah, the only turnoff for me when I go see a metal show now, like from some nostalgic bands and stuff, I hate it when like the girls from the '80s that were like really super hot, they show up and they still have their hair teased up all the way in the air and they're wearing the stretched jeans and stuff. Like they look terrible now. They're like 45 and they had like 6 kids and they're all stretched out, but they're still dressing in the same clothes. It just looks awful.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, I think they think that like maybe one of the guys in the band's gonna bang them. It's like, please, they're not.
Yeah, I know. They look like they're roadie.
Guys in their 40s and 50s that are still banging chicks can get chicks in their 20s off of fucking Facebook or MySpace. They're not banging a 45-year-old hag with 6 kids. with moose in their hair and they're drinking fucking wine coolers.
Yeah. The Bartles and James on stage. That's awesome.
Yeah. And when a chick with 6 kids at 45, when they fuck them, they want to at least be able to touch the side.
That's great.
That's fantastic, man. That's so cool, bro.